First, the top news headlines. World Environment Day widely observed across state. Chief Minister Anne Birain, top government officials plant saplings. Chief Minister Anne Birain moots idea of assigning every college with tasks of tree plantation on one hillock in Valley. Economy that comes along globalization bound to become economy allergic to society, says former rebel leader R.K. Sanayaima. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA. RIAMEI. State joined the rest of the world in observing World Environment Day today. Tree plantation programs were widely organized across the state. Chief Minister Anne Birain and top government officials planted tree saplings on the occasion. Chief Minister Anne Birain has stressed the need for assigning every college in the state with the task to carry out plantation drive at one hillock located in valley areas. The Chief Minister was speaking at the observance of World Environment Day at Sewage Treatment Plant (STP) site Hairang Moitong, Maibam Lekai today. The state-level observance was organized by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change on theme Only One Earth. Forest and Environment Minister T.H. Bishwajit, President of BJP Manipur Pradesh A. Sharda, MLA of Langthabal Assembly Constituency Karam Shyam, and many top government officials graced the observance. Speaking further, Chief Minister Anne Birain said that the state government is targeting to plant 75 lakh saplings across the state within the month of August of this year. To ensure achievement of the plantation target, he stressed the need to allocate each college in the state with the task to carry out plantation drive at one hill located in valley areas with the help of locals in the surrounding areas of the hillocks. He added that tree saplings for the same would be provided by Horticulture and Forest Department, while the expenses are to be borne by Forest Department. He also sought support and involvement of all sections of people, local clubs and different riders groups in the initiative to mitigate the degradation of environment and climate change. The Chief Minister informed that tree plantation had been carried out at around 300 hectares of land under the Green Manipur Mission launched on June 22, 2019, and the plantation drive is still going on. He informed that an amount of around Rs 300 crore had also been allocated for conservation of water bodies at Lamfelpat. Speaking about the sewage treatment plant, he stated that household waste from 73 drains along the Nambu River are brought to the treatment plant through pipelines. The treated water would be used for irrigation covering 43 hectares of adjacent agricultural land, he added. The Chief Minister also informed that rejuvenation of other rivers would also be started.
2004 I'm at the Forest and Environment State Minister RIAMEI. Atamdagi Sarkar. Madudagi Wakal Nungaiman Gita Tengar Mayam, the way Nambulu Sikshe. Nambulu Siller, Mari Mayam. Since I eat Potomac Tagapani, plastic mayam, Mayo. Nisang na ba no ay sa kumugaw ay sa kumugat sengo madudagi packet kiba scheme ninga sisdida mayam daina sanga ba sida oina ngasi sidi hada sanga kare to ngasi world environment sida topsi na koina lepai se sarkar na sigi po sigi value tung kang mayam da tamjagi na sema ka da 2004 ge hogi green infal clean infal मैं उम्मीद मुझे सोरों का मतलब तो टेप सिगी कोई कहनो कि एयरपोर्ट रोड तक थारी बाकी कि मेजन प्लांटेशन लई थारी में आपसे मतलब तो ISTV लेते सिम TV नमले अरे जब कोई करा को मले क्या कि मेरा इन्हें थार को उधर फंसे मतलब फूकम का लोकशन लंबगी मतलब इन्हें माफम तो लागा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के तो भी बा लई तो पाम मले कोई जहाँ न्यूज़ नहीं लोगों पिनो का तो भी रिकॉर्ड आई न्यूज़.
As a part of the program, the Chief Minister led the other dignitaries in planting tree sapling at the STP site. World Environment Day stickers and T-shirts and caps were also released. Brand Ambassador of CM Green Manipur Mission, Valentina Ilangbam, and Royal Riders Manipur were also felicitated during the program. Later, the Chief Minister flagged off Royal Riders motorcycle rally to spread awareness on World Environment Day. Economy that comes along the globalization is bound to become an economy that stands against the society, said former rebel leader R.K. Sanayama. He was speaking at the observance of World Environment Day at the Museum Hall of All Assembly organized by Apunba Korirolgi Malemgi Loop today. Joint Director of Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, Dr. T. Brajakumar, Secretary of Yaibirel Trust, Khaidem Sarat, were among those who attended the observance. Speaking further, R.K. Sanayama said the World Environment Day is United Nations Day for encouraging worldwide awareness and action to protect the environment. However, he stressed the need for every individual to consider performing a deed to protect the environment once a day as an obligation. He said the human civilization now focuses on economic development after the Industrial Revolution. The society further advanced towards development leading to extraction of nuclear energy, production of petroleum products. It is a universal fact that these processes that come along globalization and development immensely affect the environment, R.K. Sanayama said, and added that the mistakes that come along the economic development of the society has led to degradation of the environment. He continued that the economy that comes along the globalization is bound to become an economy that stands against the society, stating that the state has been facing various disasters due to disruption of the natural balance. He said flood changes in ecosystem of Loktak Lake, rising level of riverbeds are examples of disruptions of the environment. On the other hand, Sanayama pointed out that the forefathers of the state constructed shrine of forest deities with an objective to protect and safeguard forests. As such, he appealed to Umanglai committees to plant saplings in surrounding of the shrine of forest deities.
So-called economic development globalization whole processes that economic development as MAMI Tangadi, Hojiti, Muevo, Jadi, Havatari, human beings as my of the Satava, Adumba, Sen Mikitara, Nihavasi, Mayam Kanga from there. And a pointee, and she Sangiliva, economic development key, a sweaver, Lambia say, Masichan Matuaga. Malaysia Muevo, I could say, Masi. Mausha, you over Satam was a Kanava, Madu, the Lunana, I could be equivalent and very few say, Kanapala, I would say, must be time for the Tamini.
The World Environment Day 2022 was observed in a unique manner at the UNACO Residential School at Chanung in Kundrapam Assembly Constituency in Imphal East District today. Minister of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj and Mahut Y. Khemchan was the chief guest, and Managing Director of UNACO Group of Companies, Ningombam Irabanta, was the president of the solemn observance. Many well-known personalities of different walks of life, civil society leaders, senior citizens, senior editors, journalists, educational scholars, retired government officials, bankers, and managerial staff of UNACO attended the observance held at the recently constructed massive auditorium of UNACO Residential School. Addressing the informed gathering, Minister Y. Khemchan said it is already well known to the public why the World Environment Day is observed. Organizing tree plantation program by the UNACO is timely and necessary considering the ever-increasing challenges to the environment, and also particularly as the UNACO Residential School is being targeted to be inaugurated next February, he said. From today onward, let the people understand the adverse effects of the climate change and planetary at home or wherever convenient, Khemchan added. Speaking on the occasion, Managing Director of UNACO, Ningombam Irabanta, said the organization has been involved in tree plantation for a long time now. As the residential school is planned to be inaugurated in February next year, they thought of planting grown-up trees instead of small saplings. The trees, namely date palm, being planted today were brought from Andhra Pradesh, and each is 15 feet tall and weigh about 500 kgs. Each tree was priced at rupees 18,000 and overall cost of each tree with the transport charge comes to about rupees 20,000 each, Irabanta said, and thanked all the invitees for their unstinted support to the efforts of UNACO. Earlier, editor of Sanalaibak Daily, Hemanta Kumar Ningombam, said in his keynote address that the UNACO Residential School will be one of the best residential schools in the country. Compared to other residential schools in the country, fees to be charged by the UNACO Residential School will be much less, while best standard will be provided, he said. Every invitee planted a date palm tree in connection with the occasion. A year-long Safe Environment campaign in connection with World Environment Day kicked off at Selo Lengma, Nomaizing Hill today. The program was jointly organized by Liklai Maru Kongul Liba, Samu Angoba, Kanglei Park, Amadi Woodstocks Adventure Club, Mongsangay. The objective of the campaign is to clean waste, particularly non-biodegradable solid waste, and plant tree saplings. Advisor of Samu Angoba, Dr. Danabir Laishram, flagged off the campaign. Speaking on the occasion, Secretary of Samu Angoba and Vice President of IPSA KH Athoba said the campaign will be conducted widely across the state throughout the year with an objective to protect and save the environment. He also called upon the people of the state to take part in the campaign and be part of the initiative to protect the environment.
Masidagi horakanda koi tahi ama chupna thangi environment day numit asi phauba Kangleipak Manipuri mafam kayada lam koiba sing chingkaba singna mafam chadana dispose tarumba amora kai mayam asi singdokpagi campaign asi koi chathamina gadabni maram asina iram iraipak iram damasida leibiriba tongan ba hawa yaubiba environment bu nungsiba ecology bu nungsiba amade koi ching part turel asibu fajana masak fajana thambiba pamba naha kayana su saru yasin biduna hairiba chahi ama chumna pangthokadaba Singulaba campaign asida saru yabiu haiduna Liklai Maru Kongul Liba amadi Woodstock Adventure Club ki maikaidagi miyamda paujel si thamjare.
Executive members of Kekru Yairi Club Yairipok KYCY planted tree saplings at Guarok Mahadeva Laifamland, also known as Tarang Saraba, on the occasion of World Environment Day. KYCY President and National Youth Awardee Athokpam Sunil, member of Kekru Ideal Progressive Committee TH Roman, Dr. L. Anand, Treasurer of KYCY and Joy Def, Publicity Secretary L. Sanjit and other members of the club attended the program. The tree saplings were sponsored by Assistant Professor of YK College, Wangjing Longzam Anand. Members of KYCY and Kekru Ideal Progressive Committee expressed gratitude to L. Anand for the same. Nehru Yuva Kendra and YK Thaubal, in association with Salungpam Youth Association and KK Brilliant Academy School, Salungpam, observed the World Environment Day at Salungpam Village. Volunteers of NYK Thaubal, Salungpam Youth Association (SYA) and teachers and students of KK Brilliant Academy School planted around 250 tree saplings in the surroundings of Salungpam Village. Secretary of SYA S. Amarjit spoke on the importance of protection and conservation of environment on the occasion. Nongpok Ningthau Panthoi Bilai Committee Top Chingtha and Top Chingtha Veteran Football Association also planted around 500 tree saplings at the shrine of Nongpok Ningthau Panthoi on the occasion of World Environment Day. Member of Tulihal Jila Parishad Kangabam Inaucha and Pradhan of Top Chingtha Gram Panchayat Yumnam Tomba were among those who attended the program. Bomb lobbed by unknown miscreants at Little Flower School along Tidim Road exploded around 3:10 early this morning. However, no casualty was reported in the blast. According to report call from the blast site, the bomb suspected to be IED was hurled by some persons coming in two-wheelers. They lobbed the bomb at the second gate of the school. The bomb, which fell near the gate, exploded and destroyed some portion of the gate. However, no casualty was reported. On receiving report of the explosion, a team of Lumphel police rushed to the spot. The team inspected the site and searched for clues. A case has been registered at Lumphel Police Station. Managing Director of Panthoibi Housing Finance Company PHFC, TH Hamo has stated that there will be fast-paced development in the state only when there is financial discipline. He stressed the need to develop the habit of helping one another and not to be choosy and picky about jobs. Addressing media persons at a press meet held at PHFC office at Uripok Taurangbam Lekai today, The HMO said capital is required in every field of work to boost the economy of the state and to maintain financial stability. Without the capital, no work can be initiated, emphasizing the need for youths in the state to have financial freedom to be self-reliant citizens. He said that the youths need financial support from banks and financial institutions. They can take up certain businesses or works with the financial support at low and manageable interest, he said.
Iramdam sigi hawalak liba maruina naharol sing kudi maksi hena mating laiba hena afaba citizen amam work na bukhana mutam dai khoi punamak amatoina financial freedom phangna na bagi lambi da lagmina mathok tai financial support sida kala ai financial support ka dai dagi phangda dagi haikanda bank sing amasung financial institution sing dagi phangani anemba amasung reasonable oiba nominal oiba interest rate ta anemba sendo gi jangda financial facility sing financial support sing phanglok matam du khakta da ekoi da packet chariba pangthok chariba tongan be activities sing khudimaki pandam phangba ngamani.
A team of Technopol police arrested a person along with the heroin number 4, estimated to be worth around rupees 2.96 crore yesterday. The arrested person has been identified as Daniel Haukip, 28, son of Mangthang Haukip of More Ward number 1, Palumbang. According to police sources, the team arrested the person during a frisking and checking operation at Technopol police checkpoint around 1 last afternoon. On checking the Chevrolet car the person was driving, the team recovered 36 soap cases containing heroin number 4. The arrested person along with the seized items have been handed over to Technopol police station for further necessary legal action. As part of the drive against intoxicants, Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol, CADA, destroyed around 100 litre of distilled indigenous country liquor seized from Wangkai Andro parking area in Ufales district yesterday. Publicity Secretary of CADA, in a press release, said, despite the ban on alcohol, it is available in abundance in the state and many youths of the state have fallen victim to alcohol. He further termed it unfortunate that the government is trying to legalize the brewing and sale of alcohol in the state at this juncture. Stating that alcohol has become a cause of rising crime, he expressed desire Basudeva and top union of ministers. The Prime Minister said developed nations were responsible for the largest carbon emissions. Noting that Indian farmers used to lack awareness about soil health, Prime Minister Modi said a huge campaign was launched to give soil health cards to the farmers and overcome the problem. The government is also actively encouraging natural farming, he added. The Safe Soil Movement is a global initiative to increase awareness about deteriorating soil health and bring about a conscious response to improve it, the Prime Minister said. The movement was started in March by Sadhguru Jagi Basudev. Leading from the front by example, Rajiv Kumar trekked for 18 km to a polling station in a remote village in Uttarakhand Chamoli district, giving examples of areas where there are remote polling stations. The CEC said reaching booths in J&K, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Uttarakhand is a difficult task. The election officers reached the booths 3 days before the polling day. In a statement, the CEC said this polling station in Dumak village is in a remote location and he wants to motivate poll workers who take around 3 days to reach such areas ahead of every election. This is not the first time the newly appointed CEC has taken the road less traveled to set an example. Earlier in May, he and the other election commissioners decided to reduce the number of leave travel concessions in a year. Also, the commission has decided that the CEC and ECS will not take any income tax benefits which are currently available to them. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. World Environment Day widely observed across state. Chief Minister N. Biren, top government officials plant saplings. Chief Minister N. Biren moots idea of assigning every college with tasks of tree plantation on one hillock in Valley. Economy that comes along globalization bound to become economy allergic to society, says former rebel leader R.K. Sanayayma. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time ahead.